Alrighty, welcome to this video. I'm gonna show you guys how to remove one of these quarter glasses. This is on a Toyota 4Runner. I want to show you guys what I do and how I do this. As you can tell, I'm at a body shop, and yeah, anywho, so if you're ever working on a glass that actually has like these antennas on here, one of the things I always like to do is I like to follow where the antenna lines are going to. So as you can see here, I'm going to assume that there's going to be a plug exactly in this location, but I also see this line running across in the inside of this panel. So if that is the case, then I'm also gonna have to remove this panel as well. Well, let's get going. Let's go ahead and remove this panel first, okay? So first things first, I already did a pre-inspection on this vehicle, even though once again I'm at a body shop. I took pictures of this. I saw there was some little damages right here, and even though they're going to work on the quarter panel, you still want to inspect it. You want to make sure that of course you don't get blamed for something. Please excuse my mess. My van is a little messy at the moment. It's unorganized. I've been doing removals all day today. So as you guys can see, I have of course this upholstery clip remover tool. What I like to do is I like to look for pressure points. I like to look for areas where I can potentially find the clip. And if you see we have an area like here, you know, we want to just of course separate it, okay? There we go. And yep, just like I assumed, we have a plug right here. Cool. Cool, perfect. Sounds good. It's gonna have a Phillips. Just pull this guy out really quick. And you guys can fast forward if you guys don't want to look at the you know, removal process. Yay, my luck. I ended up dropping a screw. Here we go. Perfect. Go. To remove this panel, be as careful as we can. There we go. That's good. I'm just gonna leave my tool there. That way I can pull out this panel right here. Perfect. Alrighty, let's take this guy out. Cool. I'm gonna put this in a little baggie in a few minutes. I just want to move forward with the removal already. So here we go. Our most important part. We never want to damage anything. So before anything, we want to of course clean our glass. We're going to be using our spider tool today to do the removal. Perfect. There we go. The reason why we clean is because we don't want the suction cup of course to go all over the place. Why am I cleaning the glass from the outside? The reason is because I want to also inspect the glass. I want to look at the condition before I remove it. Looks to be in good shape, so I think we're going to be okay. Alrighty, here we go. Always clean your cup too. All right, so since we're gonna go up, alrighty, here we go. So one of the things when you're taking glass like this out, you always want to look for like the biggest area. You see, like if here at a body shop, most of them of course they paint everything really well. But there are some body shops where all they do is they just blend, for example, like some of this area. So since this is the closest area where they're going to paint, we're gonna go ahead and just poke our line through here, okay? I'm putting 2 pieces of tape. The reason I recommend this yellow one is from 3M. It's actually because it's actually pretty strong and it doesn't allow this tool to actually poke into the into the paint itself. So here we go. So for example, for whatever reason, I always carry like a marker in my pocket. Just kind of mark it. Cool. And this is once again the WRD Spider 4 tool that we're using. Here we go. Alrighty. Here we go. Use our little pick tool. And as you guys can see, I don't know if you're able to see or not, but all right, here we go. Cool, perfect. So I just grabbed it. I'll pull it inwards just like this. Perfect. Always put your tools away when you're done. And once again, look, since we're wrapping it this way, it's obviously common sense to wrap it the way that you're gonna go, because one of the biggest user errors is where people are doing this and they're actually wrapping it the wrong way. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Here's my towel. Yeah, we'll put it right here. It's just temporary. Now, if you were using, for example, like the bat, then you wouldn't have to anchor it from out here. I like using all the tools that I have, so that's not a problem. We're gonna use this guy, and ultimately I need my drill. By the way, guys, if you guys aren't using the lithium forge batteries, I strongly recommend it. They're really good, and it saves me from having to always you know, charge it. It lasts us a long time. Alrighty, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so check this out. So as you guys can see, we're getting to the clip. There's always a chance for the line to actually break if you always go through the clip. You know, the clips are really strong, so I like using this tool. Just get behind it just like that. Check this out. Cool, I didn't want to, so since it didn't want to, I'm gonna get a little closer. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, perfect. As you can see, I got it over already. There we go. Go. I'm getting close to those. Just go ahead and loosen it up. We're going. Obviously, we're gonna go over that. Just a second. Perfect. We might run into a few clips here. Of course, here we go. We have another one up here. Alrighty. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Perfect. I think the only one that's gonna give us trouble is the one up here. Now, the reason I like using the spider over the bats, because the bat, it's raised up just a few more millimeters, and with the spider it's really close to the glass, which allows it to cut pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because I'm assuming that the clip is going to be in this area somewhere. And if it is, I'm hoping that we were able to go behind it. Oh snaps, we did it. All right, cool. So check this out. We're getting really close to our final cut, okay? But before that, let's just say that you are alone, that you're by yourself. This is what I like to do. It's just an example for someone that wants to like save their clips. As you can tell, this clip, it didn't break, but what I'm gonna do is I'm pretty much just drawing it out. So if I want to reuse it, because the glass obviously is in the same position, all I have to do is add double-sided tape behind it and put it in the exact same position where the glass is at, and it will actually have a setting pin. Okay, here we go. And I know I'm making this a little bit more complicated than it needs to. I'm just trying to explain it as easy as possible for some of you guys that may or may not have any experience. If you guys appreciate this video, you know, just drop a like or let me know what you thought. All right, so check this out, okay? Just pull out my anchor real quick. Once again, I'm just being super extra. I'm not, I could have already been done cutting this out, but check this out. Come on, tape. Alrighty, so check this out. Since it's already opened here, alrighty, what you guys can do in a lot of situations, you could run the cable inwards, okay? You'll see right now. Yeah, I should have probably waited to put this tape. Here we go. Look at that. Okay, cool. So the wire is now on the inside. Once again, this is just if you're in a situation, if you ever feel like, man, how come it's not cutting, or for whatever reason, you could always bring the line on the inside as well, okay? And that's kind of one of the advantages that the bat has, is the fact that like you don't have to do all these extra things. But I didn't need to do it. I'm just doing it to pretty much show you guys, okay? Here we go. So take a look. This is what I like at least about the Spider 4. It's pretty unique. Cool. What I like about it is the fact that it has a built-in anchor. So you could even hold it a little bit if you wanted to. There we go. I'm just trying to reel it in, like my line all the way. Okay, there we go. If I really wanted to, then I could just do this, just wrap it. I'm not really worried about this clip because I actually asked the body shop to give me new ones. So if we break it, we'll break it. So check it out. There you go. Voila. All finished. Like I said, I have a little bit of extra time. That's why I'm actually making this video. But as far as the cut, we're finished. We're gonna go ahead and just pull it out. Just like that. So look, if you really wanted to, you see how I was able to go behind all 3 clips? If you really wanted to, like what I did here, I drew it out a little bit, okay? If I had the, you know, some of these plastic parts removed, then I could have added them as well. This one, you know, I can probably still take it off. Here we go, we took it off, and it still has a little bit of the shape of it. So if I truly wanted to, then I can kind of draw it out here, and then of course add some double-sided tape. This one as well. I have to kind of come on, buddy. Well, that one I probably won't worry about for the sake of the video. But you just pretty much release the clip from the inside, and then you can put them on here. Here's the big takeaway though. Remember when I was putting that tape? Well, that tool is very sharp, the tool that we're using. What we don't want is to kind of puncture anything. As you can see, there's no damage anywhere. It's pretty good. For those of you guys that are doing body work, that are doing body shops, don't be this guy, okay? Don't be this guy or this gal that removes all the urethane, allows them to work on it, and all of this is going to get contaminated, okay? I do not recommend that. Always leave this urethane on here. Just leave it the way it is. Don't worry about it. Just leave it the way it is. Why? Because when you do come to install it, what you need to do is, of course, clean it really well, depending what adhesive manufacturer you're using. But at least with us, we're using, of course, Sika. I want to say thank you to Sika for, of course, giving us this nice hat. Here we go. Cool. But anywho, you're gonna go ahead and of course clean it really good. We just like using water. We'll you know, clean it down really good with like a microfiber towel or a lint-free paper towel, whatever we have on hand. Once we're done with that, then what we'll actually do is we'll trim it, and if there's any areas that need to be, you know, have primer on it, then we'll add primer. And then of course on our glass, we'll clean it up really good. We'll clean up the glass, and if 2 millimeters are not left behind, what we'll actually do is we'll just primer the whole thing, and we'll let it cure of course for 3 minutes, and then we'll move forward to our installation. The problem is if you went and you move forward with having to cut it all out now, and they clear coat it or they add paint on top of that, our recommendation, or my recommendation, is actually to having to trim it down to bare metal, and then of course applying your, you know, your 2 coats of primer 3 minutes apart, and then of course move forward with the installation. But avoid all that hassle, avoid all that, just leave the urethane on there. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.